I don't need the preview. We'll go live. We'll do it live. And we'll get this.
It looks so weird. I brought my microphone in here, and now it's like the arm is blurry. Oh, until I touch it. Whoa, that was weird.
You have the blurry touch.
Ready?
Yes.
It doesn't know what it wants to do.
It's still trying to figure you out.
And now the couches have.
It's so crazy.
Oh, it's funny.
Welcome, everybody. Let us know in the chats if you can hear us.
Let us know in the chats.
In the live chats.
I gotta do a thing where I go like this. Yeah, I think I did it. Okay. Now, I can see what's going on. Sort of. Boom. There we go.
Nice.
I don't have the puppy down here with me, though.
If you did, it's all blurry. You couldn't tell anyway. Why do you have your microphone sideways, like when they hold the gun sideways and shoot them?
I don't know.
Is it to get it out of your face?
I could turn it this way.
No, I'm just leave it like that. It's better like
Make
that.
it all fancy. I like it like this.
Yeah, it's supposed to be out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have the puppy down here because right before we went to start this, she actually fell asleep, and she's probably been awake since we podcasted earlier. So.
How many naps is she good for a day? Like 3?
Like actual long naps. She'll nap now from probably now until about 10:30, and then pretty much we'll get up, she'll get up and we'll try to like go outside. Usually she'll go outside, go to the bathroom, and then we'll play. Like I've been trying to play fetch with her because I really, really, really would like a dog that actually plays fetch.
Not even Memphis?
Shelby plays fetch when she wants to, on her terms. But Memphis couldn't care less about chasing anything. So we'll play fetch in the hallway, and we'll do a couple different things just to kind of get a little bit of energy out of her, and then we'll go to bed. But she usually takes a long nap after breakfast, after lunch, and after dinner.
Okay. So like a normal baby.
Yeah, pretty much, except for she didn't really nap after, like, we finished podcasting, I don't even know what time it was, like 5 something. She laid down for a few minutes while I was making dinner, but she didn't fall asleep, and then she's just been awake. So she's been antagonizing the other dogs today.
in the chat, Larry says, I'm doing double duty right now. I want to catch this, but I can't miss the Bruins. I am watching, which I want to flip the camera around, but I know better not to from the last time I got suspended from showing the television, from live streaming. But I do have on my big TV right there the game. It's intermission right now, so I'm in the same boat as you. So you'll see a lot of this in a couple minutes. Tweet, 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 depending on what's going on the television.
We said we didn't have to podcast live stream today, but
I don't want to break our streak, and I didn't do anything at all to improve last week's stream. When you were like, maybe we'll live stream, and I tried to look for borders and stuff like that. So this is what we have for right now.
And I mean, this is still better than what it was. Like I think I like the way we are on the screen. I feel like when we start getting a little bit better at this, like where you have the chat and stuff, we'll be able to like put up pictures if we need to and things like that.
Yeah, because I can make another window where we could show like a desktop or something. I'm kind of limited though because both of my screens are being used by you. So
right.
But there's going to be some sort of evolution. I should probably watch somebody's live podcast and see what they do.
Right.
Yeah.
That would work. This is still throwing me off.
The blur thing?
Yeah.
How far can you go back before your blurry face, like anonymous blurry face? Here.
Oh! Is it going to focus? It should focus on this. Wait, if I move this up. Nope, I don't know.
Oh, look, check it out. I can make you sound... Oh, I have control. I forgot I can make you sound any way I want.
Yeah, you can. But now I can hear myself.
I don't care. That was for me. That was... That humored me. Oh my gosh. Okay. I won't mess with any more of these buttons on this control board here.
No Canadians play in the NHL. I know we were in Canada when they didn't win.
No, they tried.
When Toronto didn't win. But then the Raptors won. I don't know how far they got after that.
They were up 2-1. I don't know where they're at now.
I have no idea.
I know. I'd look, but you're on my screen and I can't open up another tab. That's first world problems. How are the Huskies doing tonight, Jess?
They're sleeping. It's raining too, so it kind of sucks. Like, it wasn't raining earlier, so we tried to spend a lot of time outside earlier. Jamie was painting the doors for the back garage, and I tried to, keep them outside. Tomorrow, so on top of the fact that they're turning our power off tomorrow, it's supposed to rain all day. So I have no idea what we're going to do.
What? You're going to live like a caveman.
Yeah, I know.
What will you do?
I have no idea. It's going to rain all day. We were going to push the camper into the backyard and hook the generator up to the camper. Hopefully this only takes them one day. It might take them more than one day. If it takes them more than one day, we're going to a hotel tomorrow night.
Right. Right. I mean, that's only if they have problems, though, right? You don't anticipate them taking more than a day.
They shouldn't have any problems, but okay, so the problem is, so for those of you watching, if you don't know, we're getting our electrical box upgraded tomorrow so that we can then get the air conditioning thing installed. But we have to get our electrical box upgraded first. We were supposed to have it done 2 years ago, but anyway, long story short, the guy that wanted to do it, his wife had cancer, and then he lost his apprentice, so he can't do it by himself. So anyway, they're coming tomorrow. I called a different company who is actually a friend of mine that I went to high school with owns this company. They're so busy. When I called them, I told them, I'm like, I don't want a quote. I just want you to do it. I don't care. I know what it's going to cost. Like, I have a good estimate of what it's going to cost. Just do it.
Mm-hmm.
So not only did they not come out to look at anything, they didn't get like a list of the stuff they need to do what they need to do.
But they must have something if they're going to turn off your power tomorrow before they look.
Well, the power company is set to be here at 8:30 in the morning tomorrow. And Omega is supposed to be here right around the same time, hopefully. And I think what the plan is he's going to show up. It's going to be a weird rain and no internet, right? I think the plan is he's going to show up and, come down in the basement and look at the power box, figure out what he needs. We want to get the power box, the power box done, a 30 amp plug put on the side of the house so that we can plug the camper in.
Or a Tesla.
Huh?
Or a Tesla. Oh, wait. I wasn't supposed to mention you guys were getting a Tesla.
No. And then we have like a little mini box out in the back garage, but when Jamie plugs his welder in, it pops the breaker. So we're going to have him replace the breaker out there.
Oh, nice.
That's all we're having done. And it shouldn't be that hard, but.
Wait. It's going to rain. You can't do electrical stuff in the rain.
Right? I don't know what they're going to do. I have
seen
no
that
idea.
Cartoon. You can't do that.
Yeah, I have no idea. No idea at all.
Oakley Van says, do you know everybody in your town? And I'll answer that one for you. Yes, she does. We went to Meyer when we got there, and it was just like the president. Every time we went up an aisle, it was somebody else you knew. You can't get away with anything in your town.
Well, I mean, I've lived in this town for a long time. 25 years? Is that right? Yeah. 25 minus 2. 25 minus 2, so 23 years.
There you go.
And it's a small town. We only have 10,000 people in the whole town, so you pretty much know everybody. Before we owned the deli, we owned a computer, we did computer repair. Jamie worked for a company for 7 years doing furniture delivery. He's been in half the houses in Alpena, so he knows half those people. Like, it's just the way it is when you live in a small town.
Yeah, I guess so. But it is uncanny how many people you knew when we were out in public.
I do know a lot of people.
That is crazy. Yeah, so that'll be no fun tomorrow.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. And then they're supposed to schedule when they're coming to do the air conditioning thing. So I don't know when that's gonna be, but it's gonna be interesting. Like, we made sure to have our power bricks charged so that our phones will at least be charged. And we have a generator, so like I said, if anything, we just plug the generator in and we can do whatever we need to do. But
just go to Meyer for the day.
What am I gonna do with the dogs?
Just go. Wouldn't have been bad. Like, it wouldn't have been bad if to do this
before we would have gotten Kira, because I could have just taken my computer and gone up to the deli and sat at the deli for the day. Like, that wouldn't have been bad. But we have Kira. We can't. She doesn't know how to really be alone for that long, so we can't do that. Plus, there's going to be people in the house, so it's going to be kind of weird. Like,
yeah, it's going to be the day of uncomfortableness.
Yeah, it will be very, very, very interesting.
It's all right. Just stay hopped up on that. On that
Liberty Dew.
On that Liberty Dew.
I can't believe you're going to make me drink this on camera. I think it's unfair, and I think you should have had to get one.
Oh, I don't want to drink that shit. I'm not trying to have my monkey heart explode. That's
we
why
did
I
it on we did it on a vlog the other day. Actually, Jamie and Greg. It's so bad.
So it's limited time, obviously, because I've never heard of this before.
It's limited edition.
Is it everywhere, or is it just back east where people love Liberty?
It's everywhere. Look, there's like eagles on the can. So there's like.
Let's see. Hold it closer. You're all blurred out.
Oh, well, you can see it. It doesn't want to. It wants to.
Put it in front of your face like your face is Mountain Dew. There you go.
So it's got like eagles on the can, and then there's the Statue of Liberty and a motorcycle, because apparently that's Liberty.
She's all rad.
And then on this side there's some bison or buffalo.
Yeah. So
I don't see fireworks though. It's not really America without fireworks.
What's it taste like? I imagine it tastes like blackberry, blueberry, dark. I imagine it tastes dark. Wait. Did you already open it? Oh,
yeah.
I was gonna make you shake it up first.
No. I wouldn't have done that anyway. So, it's very blue. I hate Mountain Dew to begin with. So I said this yesterday. It tastes like you took a box of Nerds, multiple boxes of Nerds, and you mixed all the flavors together and put them in your mouth.
Okay, so far I'm sold.
That's what it tastes like to me.
love Nerds. Nerds are good.
You would like this.
Yeah, but I don't want to be bouncing off the walls.
It's 50 flavors in one, and it's 50 fruity flavors in one, so it tastes like Jolly Ranchers.
Every flavor? So it's every flavor?
Yeah, if you took a handful of Jolly Ranchers and a bunch of different flavors and put them in your mouth. Because when you first taste it, it literally just tastes like sugar. All I taste is sugar. And then it's, I don't know if you can see. Can you see that it's blue? No,
yeah.
It's very blue. It will dye your tongue blue.
And the inside of your stomach.
Yeah, probably. And everything else. It's, when you first drink it, it's very, I hate how flat Mountain Dew is. That's what I don't like about it. If I'm going to drink pop, it better have, it tastes like, it's so hard to explain. It's like an everlasting gobstopper from Willy Wonka.
So, I've never had one of those from Willy Wonka.
Neither have I. But
well, then how do you know it tastes like that?
Because I watched the movie.
Oh.
No, it really does. It just tastes like you took a bunch of Nerds and dumped them in a bowl and ate them. Oh. That's it. It's weird. It's not very good.
It doesn't sound like it's very good at all.
It's not. It's very fruity. It reminds me of the fruit-flavored Monster energy drinks, which you've never had those either. Not the regular Monsters, like the red can and the blue can and the white can.
Right. Yeah, what's wrong with our audio? I don't know. Your audio is weird.
Mine is?
Yeah, it's making all these poppy noises. It didn't happen until you started drinking that Mountain Dew stuff.
I blame the Mountain Dew.
Your pee's going to be blue. I don't know if it works that way. I don't know. Maybe we should figure that out. Well, it would be green because it'd be yellow and blue, so you're going to have green.
Do you want me to hang up and call you back?
Yeah, I'll do that real quick.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm left alone with you guys. Oh, what if I just don't call her back and it's the Dan Show? What if I'm just like, it's now the Dan Show with 100% more Dan? Okay. Let me call her back before you guys all at home have a meltdown. Sorry, I couldn't find the button to call you back with. Yeah, that's it.
I found it.
Okay, you sound okay again.
Did that work?
Yeah. I've heard it sound like that once before one time, so I know it's a Skypey thing, but I don't know what causes it.
Yeah. You gotta share your screen again.
Oh, okay. No problem.
I can't see all the things.
All right. Now
Somebody
we're
says,
back.
I don't think they're reading the hasha. I think they meant to say chat, but it says hasha.
The chat's here. When there's something worth blurting out, I'll blurt it out, or you two.
We're reading it. We're just not reading it every single question and thing.
Right.
Because we can't.
So do you recommend Mountain Dew, Code Liberty?
No, I don't recommend Mountain Dew in general because I think it's gross.
How did you end up with that?
We were at Meijer, and Greg goes, "Look, there's the new Liberty Brew Mountain Dew," and I went, "Oh man, it'd be so funny. We should buy it and make a reaction video on it. Remember when we used to do that?" And he went, "Yeah." And then we got back home and didn't do it. And it was probably like 9:30 last night. He was getting ready to leave, and I'm like, "Oh, we forgot to film the Mountain Dew." And he goes, "Let's just film it and put it in the vlog." Okay.
Like, yeah, why not? We'll be up all night anyway off this stuff.
Right? So we ended up just trying it. So it'll be in a vlog, I don't know, Tuesday, I think, of them trying it. Jamie likes it, I guess, because he drank a couple of them. He likes Mountain Dew, though. I don't like Mountain Dew.
Right. I don't know if I do. I don't recall what it really tastes like anymore. It's been a long time since I've had Mountain Dew.
It tastes like flat pop. I just don't like that it's not bubbly. It is bubbly, but it's not. Somebody wants to know when we're coming to California. Soon enough.
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks.
Not even.
Not even. When do you leave? Do you leave in a week and a half?
We leave on the 18th. So a week and 2 days.
Okay. So yeah, that's going to be quick.
Yeah.
No,
And
we'll have fun.
we should
Have
arrive
fun.
in California on the 21st.
Yes. Just in time to be tired for the 20 seconds at PetCon.
Yeah. Well, actually, if it works out the way we have it planned, we should actually be rolling into California. From the last hotel we stop at to getting to where we need to go is only 4 hours. So as long as we get up early and go, we should have all day Friday to pretty much recover. Even
Okay.
if that means sleeping, I don't care.
Right.
We're kind of making a mad dash to get there.
Yeah, you're cutting it kind of close. I don't even know if you'll have time to stop by my house.
It's only going to take us 4 hours to get from the one hotel to the next hotel.
Okay, so then you probably will come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, that was kind of how, well, that wasn't really the intended plan. We were intending on leaving on Monday, but then the way the hotels worked out, where we're staying, we kind of didn't have a choice.
Right.
No, I've never been to Seattle, Kristen, but we're going.
Yeah, that's going to be one of your stops, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to go to Aberdeen. So stupid.
It'll be fun. I mean, all the videos I see up there, everything looks really cool and wet. But it's summertime,
Yeah, it'll be
so.
fun. I really enjoy. I think I really enjoy traveling. And when Jamie and I lived in Arizona, that was one of the things. Like we kind of went through different ways each time, but we never made it up into the corner. So like Oregon, and or I don't know how you say the name of that state. Apparently, I say it wrong. And Washington and all that.
Yeah, I've been up there once or twice in my life because I live here on the West Coast. Otherwise,
Right.
I think up there in those corners get a lot of neglect. Like nobody really goes up there for no reason, even though it's super pretty.
Right.
Come to
Cindy
San
says,
Francisco.
at least there shouldn't involve any snowstorms.
Yeah, you're gonna get warm weather for sure.
Yeah, it hasn't been warm here, which has been really weird. Like even today, it was like 55. It's been weird. But I hear that a lot of other places it's been pretty hot. Well, no, that's actually not true. My aunt said in Arizona it's been unseasonably cold.
Oh really?
Like colder
Not
than-
here.
that's what she
This
said.
last week was hot. It sucked. It was hot. Hey, you're drinking it.
Nope.
By the end, you're gonna have the shakes.
Nope.
Michigan beats California any day. Oh, you don't want to start that argument.
That's not an argument. It's just the truth.
Deny.
That's so funny.
Oh, that'll be good. You think you'll finish all that Mountain Dew?
No.
Af-
No.
After we recorded the podcast this morning, I went and got Taco Bell. So I've been grazing on Taco Bell all day long. It was double decker taco day, and then I'm always a sucker for those crunch wrap things. the
Oh
ones that are
yeah,
all
I like the
smushed up.
breakfast crunch wraps.
What's in that? Is it a tostada? Do they still put a tostada in there?
In the breakfast crunch wraps?
You have to, I think, to like make it rigid, right? Otherwise, it just flops.
I don't know. They put like a hash brown and eggs and spicy sauce, and then you can get like bacon or sausage.
But no, but what makes it Crunchwrap shape and not mush?
How they grill it.
Oh. I don't know. I thought you had to have something rigid in there so it wasn't floppy. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had any
they
eggs
put the
from
hash
Taco
browns
Bell.
in there.
Okay, I don't think I've ever had Taco Bell eggs or hash browns.
It's not bad. Their breakfast isn't it's not great, but it's not horrible.
Yeah, I mean,
Drive around.
I don't know.
Escanaba in the moonlight.
I don't think I want to try it. Hey, I saw that the Dark Crystal was on Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah, I added it to my list. We're gonna have to
It
pick
is.
a Sunday soon where instead of doing this, we can watch it.
We just watch it. I know
Yeah.
today would have been a good day for that if I was more prepared,
Right.
but I wasn't.
No,
more
that's fine. We can do it later when it starts getting closer to the actual release of the other stuff. We should do it
Yeah.
like July. That should be good.
Yeah. Well, we've got some traveling to do in July, but shouldn't be too bad.
Right. Dan, would you ever consider moving out of California? Yeah. I'd move out of California. I don't necessarily like it here. So, yeah, I'd move out of California.
I don't know how to make
Where?
this big.
None of your business. No, just kidding. I'd move back
Where?
east somewhere like Pittsburgh or not Michigan.
Where but here?
Anywhere but Michigan.
Where but Michigan? It gets cold here. I don't think Crystal could survive.
No, not for sure. She couldn't. I'm not a fan of Taco Bell. I'll stick with Taco Time. Crispy meat burritos. Man, I don't know what a Taco Time is, but that kind of sounds rad.
Taco Time.
Taco Time. Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever heard of that one.
Me neither, but it sounds like it's Taco Time. Like, I'm okay with that.
Huh.
I don't know. I'm okay. It's probably a back east thing, kind of like Hardee's. You guys have Hardee's, right?
We do. We don't have one here, but we have some up north. Why is fast food so popular?
It's easy and addictive and good.
I was gonna say it's easy. Yep, it's addictive.
I posted on my Instagram, and those of you guys probably saw it the other day that followed me on Instagram. I posted on my Instagram, we went to Del Taco, and I had Taco Bell hot sauce and Del Taco hot sauce, and I put Taco Bell Del Taco. Overwhelming amount of people loved Taco Bell over Del Taco. And then some of your loyal subscribers that bleed off into my territory was like, this is made out of horse meat, man. It was like this big horse meat rant. And I'm like, well, it's... Then I thought in my mind, like, wow, if I'd have went to Jack in the Box and got those tacos, would I have gotten the same comments? But you guys would have said it was kangaroo meat. Isn't that what they think is in Jack in the Box tacos, kangaroo meat?
Oh, did you see the new epic rap battles of history?
Is that still a thing? Remember we were at
Yeah.
VidCon and they were doing them live?
Yep.
No, I didn't know that was what possible thing do they have left that they could rap battle?
They just did Burger King versus Ronald McDonald.
Oh, okay, I'm sold. Can't we watch that
Yeah.
on the screen and parody it?
No.
Why not?
You can, but then if they claim it, it becomes a fight.
It's not worth it, I guess. Ew, boring.
Oakley fan says, but it's so unhealthy. Life in general is unhealthy. The air we breathe in Alpena is so bad. The water in Alpena is so bad.
Yep, and you wanna
life in general is unhealthy.
And you want to champion your state for being better than mine after you just said that?
Flint's water crisis.
Yeah, Michael Moore's taught me
Life
not to
in
like
general is
Michigan.
unhealthy. I mean, the biggest thing is moderation is key. You shouldn't eat fast food every day. I mean, and the same thing, you shouldn't eat 50 apples in one day either.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Don't drink a whole gallon of apple cider.
Ronald McDonald always freaked me out. He went through phases. In the early 80s, like my Ronald was creepy. 90s Ronald was happier, though. They, slendered him out a little bit, and he was stage diving in some videos and stuff, and they tried to make Ronald a little happier than the creepy clown that he was in the 80s.
Yeah, he was quite different in the 80s.
Yeah.
You'll have to watch it. It's pretty funny. It's a good video. Alpena versus Flint doesn't compare. Flint's like the murder capital of Michigan.
Yep.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
That is true.
we don't have much crime in Alpena. Although we just had a guy that got arrested, and it was, I don't know if you read that article I sent you. So this guy had 8 warrants out for his arrest for stupid stuff, selling drugs, whatever the heck else it was. And he went to his friend's house, and somebody tipped off the police that he was there. So police show up. And in Alpena, when the police show up to arrest somebody like that, it's not 1 or 2. It's all of them, because there's not really that much to do in town.
Mm-hmm.
So all the police show up at the guy's house, and he ends up running into the house, standing in the window, and he's in the window flipping them off, and then ducked out of the window while the police, made their way into the house. And there was his buddy's 58 years old, was like, oh, he's not here. And they're like, yeah, we know he's here. And they had to push him aside, and they got in the house and they searched the whole house, and they couldn't find him. So they thought he snuck out the back door.
Mm-hmm.
They went and did one more search of the house, and he was up in the attic hiding under the insulation.
Yeah, that's gonna be an itchy night. Super itchy night in the jail cell when you're sitting there just itching with all those particles all over you.
They both ended up getting arrested. Somebody said I thought that was Detroit. Detroit used to be the murder capital of the world, but
now they're sharing the love.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, Detroit used to actually be not of the world. I don't know if it was ever of the world. It may have been, but it used to be the murder capital of Michigan. But I'm pretty sure Flint took it from them, because I believe Flint now has more population than Detroit as well.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I thought Detroit was the biggest.
The city of Detroit population dropped under 1 million people, like the actual city limits of Detroit, because everybody that lived in Detroit, when everything bad started happening, they're like, this is Detroit. We're just going to move out of Detroit.
Okay, right. That's kind of the way it is with our town. We're about an hour north of Los Angeles, maybe a little less than an hour. And ours was the getaway, and now ours is just an expansion of what happens when you move out of the valley, and it's all still just crime.
Yeah, so the city of Flint the city of Flint has recorded murder rates higher than those of Detroit in some years. For example, in 2013, Flint had a murder rate of 48 per 100,000 people.
Wow, you're gonna get murdered. You should not go to Flint anymore.
When we went to Flint, we're literally on the rich side of town,
okay,
where Shelby's vet's office is.
Right.
Like, you're driving through houses that are like $500,000 houses. But if you cross the expressway and go the other way, you can find downtown Flint. That was interesting. We did do that just to see. Yeah. It was not a good idea.
Yeah, I can imagine it not. I used to live close to two murder capitals, Chicago and Gary, Indiana. I mean, obviously Chicago's always up there with that murder. They love murdering in Chicago.
Yeah, I think Chicago is still one of the top ones.
I blame the above ground railroad. That probably drives everybody nuts. Just like, oh, I'm sick of this noise. Bam, 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 bam,
yeah.
Pop, 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 pop.
No, the Flint water, we live 3.5 hours away from Flint. Their water has nothing to do with our water.
I always heard Chicago is the worst in the USA, and Tijuana in Mexico is the worst in general. I've been to Tijuana. When you live in California, you go to Tijuana. We drive down to San Diego. We park at the border. We go into Tijuana. You get jacked up. You walk across the border and hop back in your car and go. It was sketchy. Like, there's stuff that happened on my Tijuana trip that I can't talk about on the podcast here. But, yeah, that was a crazy night. I'm pretty sure the taxi cab, who I don't think there was any signals there. They just fly through the intersection.
Yeah.
Had no sway bar in his taxi, and it was out of control. But I didn't fear for my life. It was almost touristy.
Yeah, it's probably like anything. It's probably like the inner city parts of stuff. Like Crystal the Animal Lover said Toronto was bad. Where we were in Toronto was really nice, but I know there's parts of Toronto, Canada that are like the inner city parts of Toronto that are really bad.
Right, and I guess that's everywhere.
Yeah.
I guess that's everywhere.
Yeah, there's always sections. I mean, even like Alpena, they call it the north side, the other side of the track. It's not even the north side of Alpena. But the northern side, the north side is what they call it. That's like the bad part of town here. It's so stupid. Right. And it's, realistically, if you look at it, there's more people that live over there that have less. So there's more poverty over there. So more bad things happen over there because people have less and they have nothing better to do. So, I mean, that's just kind of, it is what it is. You can pretty much look at that at any little town anywhere. But we don't really have much that really happens. We had a shooting at DPI.
Is when something like that happens, since your town's so small, is it the talk of the town? Like, that's all anybody talks about when we run into Meyer. Did you hear about the shooting?
Yep, everybody wants to know who was it. It was on Mobile Patrol. Who was it? Who did it? And it usually with the 10 to 15 minutes into it, everybody knows who did it, but the news can't say their name, and it's like, we all know who it is. Like, we already know. Word spreads fast.
Yeah, I imagine word spreads fast in your town. You can't get
But
away with anything.
the other bad thing, though, is because word spreads fast, rumors spread fast. Like, we've had so many different rumors, like, that, well, for years there was the rumor that Walmart was coming to town. And we probably had that rumor for 15 years before Walmart ever came to town.
Mm.
We've had the Tim Hortons rumor. I can't tell you how many times, and I just wish it would come true and not be a rumor. But yeah, the Tim Hortons is coming. Tim Hortons is coming, and Buffalo Wild Wings. Apparently, we're getting a Buffalo Wild Wings.
You're not gonna get a B-dubs out there.
That's what they're saying.
Really?
That's what they're saying. I don't believe it, but
we have one here. I went once.
Yeah, I didn't believe it when they said we were getting a Meijer, and then we did. So
I'd rather have a Tim Hortons.
I would rather have a Tim Hortons.
Yeah, you're not missing anything at B-dubs.
Hey, Dan, whatever happened to you doing the TikTok?
Oh, okay. So I have my TikTok. Let's open the TikTok. I have the TikTok here.
Don't play the music on it.
Oh, see, I won't even open it then. No, I hate TikTok again. Yeah, I have my TikTok. I'm supposed to use it. I need to figure out how I can use it. I still am trying to understand it.
Do you remember this time we went to this thing? It was called Vid Summit.
Yeah.
And we watched this guy talk, and he talked about how he wrote this song, but he didn't think it was finished. So he changed it, and he changed it, and he changed it. 6 months went by before he finally released the song, and then almost nobody listened to it because he hadn't put any content out in 6 months. Do you remember what we learned in that talk?
I don't know, I was pretty drunk. At Vid Summit, I was pretty beered up. What was the point of that? Is that room we were sitting in behind Shay Carl?
Yes. No, was it?
I don't know.
That was. No, we were listening to the guy from the creator of Patreon, Jack Contier. Was the one we were listening to. Just create content.
I know. I should just create.
Just do it.
Fine.
You can
No.
TikTok with your cats.
I could try, but see, the cats don't perform like your dogs. Your dogs are doing donuts, and you're playing the Titanic song, and it's like.
You don't want to do TikTok with your cats.
No.
If you're gonna do it, you should just do it.
Oh, and do it about me. Oh, Shay Carl. Yeah, Shay Carl's actually going to be a featured guest this time, so last time he's probably like, why did I have to pay myself to come?
I got that email the other day, Shay Carl, and I'm going, why?
Like, what are we talking
guess.
about? Yeah, like, what are we going to talk about with him?
He's going to talk about, what was the name of that website? And my mind drew a blank.
What website? Twitter?
The website that he was using. I don't remember the name of it.
What happened to Trixton? Trixton? What happened to his clothing line?
I think it's still operational. I don't know. They brought back their vlogs for a while, and then they kind of stopped doing those again. So I don't really know. I'm not really sure what's going on with all that.
Have you seen any of Trippy's videos lately? I tried to watch one the other day, and it's so different. Their camera's like, I don't know what he's using for a camera, but it almost looks too clear.
I haven't watched a whole lot because it's been a lot of baby stuff.
Yes.
Not that I'm not happy that they're having a baby, and not that I'm not happy that there's a baby, and not that, but it's just not. I don't really care.
Yeah, I was watching just because I'd like to check on him, but it looks visually, or like the aura of the videos are really different now.
I don't know what he's using to film now, and I haven't been keeping up on it too much. I do know that he got stuck in Atlanta and almost missed Warped Tour down in Ohio, I think it was, but he ended up making it. So I still watch like a lot of his Instagram stories and stuff, but I haven't been keeping up on the vlogs as much as I used to.
I do see his stories.
Right.
He's still just doing them every day, it looks like.
Yeah. I don't think he's quit yet, but he did get his other Guinness World Record.
It's black.
You guys are live during E3. Must have 2 windows up. I don't pay attention to E3.
Yeah, I was watching it before it started. I had the YouTube E3 stream on, and I had the one from, it was an IGN one maybe on Twitch, but it's day 1, so it's like day 0 of E3 or whatever. So it's they're announcing all the games and stuff. So I do pay attention. So yes, I will be paying attention. I listen to like Beastcast and stuff that talks about it, and I will live stream after I'm done with this. It'll go back up on probably on one of these monitors over here, the E3.
I want to see what DJI is gonna talk about. I don't know if they're announcing it at E3 or they're just announcing it because of E3. I don't know that has anything to do with games, but DJI is supposed to be releasing something else new, and I thought they said on the 10th.
Okay. What do you think it is?
I have no idea. Where did I read that? Because I was gonna.
Oakley fan, E3 is the Electronic Expo. There's another E in there. And back in the day, before the internet was super popular, that would be the biggest game expo where you would go and see previews from like games that were going to come out the year. Like Nintendo's there and Sony's there, and all the press conference stuff and all the good stuff gets announced there. But as time goes on, and you could only get into E3 if you were a professional. You could not buy a ticket to E3.
Yeah.
Then E3 started taking a nosedive when the internet got big enough that Nintendo doesn't need to go to E3 to announce something. They could just go live themselves and save a lot of money. So E3 is starting to die. Actually, the convention theme, no matter what it is, what you're selling or what you're doing, even in the bike industry, is dying. There's no need for conventions anymore because people don't have to go to this place to get a mass of people to follow them. So now anybody can buy a ticket to E3 where you will stand in line. You should type in E3 one day and watch a video of it. You will stand in line for 4 or 5 hours to play 30 seconds of the next Zelda game. And so E3 is starting its live streams, lots of live coverage at E3, lots of announcements. And I think that started today. And that's in Anaheim at the same convention center that we do VidCon. Yeah.
It's neat. Like it's interesting, but like you said, it's conventions like that just don't do as well now as they used to. I think like they have to be way more community based, or they're like buyers conventions. Like I got a buddy of mine right now that's in Vegas at is he at Super Zoo in Vegas?
Yeah.
Is that the one? Yeah, he's in Vegas right now at Super Zoo. So he's at he owns our local pet store. So he's at a big buying convention. He's there to see all the new things and figure out new stuff. So I think those still go over really well. Because it's a lot easier when you own a place like that and you really need to figure out like what's new and upcoming, like those toy conventions and stuff. I think those still do really well, but when it comes to like announcement shows, it's just not what it used to be.
Have you been playing with your Switch? I have. Crystal's been playing the heck out of the Switch. She got that. I got her that Yoshi's game, Yoshi's Epic Yarn or whatever it's called, or Yoshi's whatever, and that's all she plays. She's almost 100% completed that game. I was playing Mario Kart the other day on it. I love the Switch. I love it. It's so cute.
I really like it. I haven't had time to play it. I plan on taking it when we go on the road trip because it'll give me something to do in the car, but I haven't. We play it on game night when everybody comes over. We play Mario Party. We played a lot of Mario Party.
I do want to get Mario Party. You have to find out if it's multiplayer so I can hop in.
I don't know if it's multiplayer online. I'll have to look. It's super fun. It's such a fun. It's so fun. There's a raft game where you have to like float in a raft down a river, and you get to pick the different routes you want to go on, and it's fun. We always have fun playing it. Yeah,
it looks fun. But I love the Switch. It's
fun. Like I said, I just haven't had time because we're constantly watching, which reminds me I should check on her again. Constantly watching the puppy and making sure that she's not being bad. She is asleep.
Oh, in the living room?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I have the baby gate set up in there because she doesn't like her kennel, so she's asleep. She's like, I'm just napping. Napping is what I do. She does nap a lot, which is kind of nice. But it's the same thing. As soon as she goes to sleep, it's like, try to get everything done before she wakes up.
Yes.
Everything in the world. Everything in the world.
I like your sweater, Jessica.
Thanks.
It almost looks... I thought it was blurred out, too, for a while.
It's got northern lights on it.
It's the green sky.
They just sent me another gift card to get more stuff from that website, and I'm like, I don't need any more stuff.
Sure you do. You need the Southern Lights now. Where's that sweatshirt at?
Southern Lights.
Yeah, so tonight I'll finish off like 10 more tacos that I got in that bag of Taco Bell stuff. It's probably gonna be all mushy. I didn't want to go out at all today. Like I just wanted to chill today, so I just hurry and grab food, and then like now I can hibernate and I'll watch some hockey. I'm sure we'll be off of here by the time the third period starts.
I made jalapeno popper chicken and it was amazing.
Oh yeah, did that come out okay?
Yeah, it was really good. Jamie said that. He's like, if I didn't know this was chicken, I wouldn't know this was chicken.
Good.
And I'm like, you're kind of right. Like, it's just really good. And now all it was like chicken breast with, what did I have on it? Cream cheese on it, like a jalapeno popper. Chopped up jalapenos, because got to put jalapenos on it. Had seasoning on it. and then cheddar cheese on top of it, and you just baked it in the oven, and it like all melts together. And I don't know, it was just really good. Cooked it uncovered so that you know how cheddar cheese, when you bake it, it starts to get like a little bit crunchy if you bake it too long or when you bake it long enough. So it kind of had like this crunchy top on it. I don't know, it was really good.
Where does that video go to?
It'll be on Snow Dog's vlogs.
Okay.
It has to get approved though. Like I have to edit it when we're done here. I have to edit that, submit it, get it approved before it can go up, and then it'll go up probably Tuesday or Wednesday.
Oh, nice. Okay, so this week.
Yeah.
Are the poppers all gone?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We ate them. Oh, I love Wendy's chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets.
Yeah,
I'm a sucker for chicken nuggets.
Any more reports of the spicy chicken nuggets coming back?
No, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Are we over it already?
I haven't. They said they're coming back. I haven't checked. They came out with a barbecue chicken sandwich at Wendy's. Barbecue something. I don't remember what it was. We tried it. Jamie's cousin was over the other day, and we didn't have much food in the house, and I'm like, what do you guys want me to go get? They were playing pool. He's like, yeah, my wife's still out of town. She works 75 miles out of town. And sometimes she'll just stay over there, and he's like, yeah, she's out of town. And it's always so funny. Whenever Chris comes over, it's like he either has to go home and feed his kids, they're all grown adults, but 2 of them still live with him, or his wife's out of town. So it's always like, all right, what's the guess today? Is Chris gonna want food, or is he gonna leave? And it's usually like 6 o'clock. Jamie will come upstairs. What are you thinking about for food? I'm like, oh, why do you want food? Is Chris staying for food? Well, we're kind of hungry, and Chris is staying for food. So it's always the guess, like, what are we gonna do? And that's usually one of the days, we'll get fast food or something. But we got Wendy's, and they had this like barbecue chicken sandwich, and we all got it with spicy chicken, and it was weird. It wasn't what I expected at all. I should have got chicken nuggets.
You could just get a spicy chicken burger and just pull it out, and then take some of those little cookie cutter things that you cut dough with, and you can just pop out your own nuggets.
And then you've got spicy chicken nuggets.
You can get the boot shape, like at McDonald's.
Oh my gosh, right.
You need the boot shape. How are you going to handle uploading when you are on the road?
I don't know. We're going to be at hotels, so hopefully I have internet on my phone, so I can always upload from my phone.
Yeah, you might as well just go get one of those cards for your phone. Every time we go to a hotel, the internet sucks there.
I haven't had too much issue with it. And I can upload and just upload throughout the night if the internet's really bad. A lot of times when... and actually, because we're staying at Hilton, we're staying at Home 2 Suites, which is like a fancier hotel. They usually have like spend an extra $15 and get premium internet.
Ooh,
if I have to do that, I can do that.
Get internet of this millennia, and not a dial-up.
But I have 16 gig service on my Verizon phone, but I have rollover data and we don't use it. So like right now, I have like 38 gig available of data.
Oh, okay. So you can upload a few vlogs.
Yeah. Oh, I could upload the whole time and be fine.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
The plan is, I don't have a plan.
There is no plan. You just go.
I don't know what's going on. The plan is to just do like I do normally and just edit at night. And I'd like to get like 2 to 3 days ahead, which right now I think that's what I am. I think I'm 3 days ahead right now. Mm-hmm. So I'd like to get 2 to 3 days ahead so that, if it's possible, if we've got one night where we've got a little bit of extra time, I can just edit, 2 or 3 and we have good internet, just upload. But I'll also be able to, I'm thinking about installing my editing program on my baby laptop, but I don't know if it'll be worth it. Jamie says not to do it. He said just to bring my beast.
Just bring your beast, because I don't know if that other laptop can handle.
He said the same thing. He's like, I don't think it's going to handle it.
It'll render it, but the playback when you're scrubbing it to try to edit is probably going to be really choppy.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll probably just bring this one. Hi, Jess. Hi, Ryan. There's a place called Cowboy Donuts.
That sounds good to me. Any fancy donut place, I'm in. We have Monster Donuts out here, and the Monster Donuts are pretty good. Actually, I have some bits of Monster Donuts in there. I saw that because Crystal was hanging out with Terry yesterday, and I saw a chunk of a donut in there that had Fruity Pebbles on it.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, I should go just eat it. Are you guys gonna see
So
the new?
cra-
Oh, go ahead. You go.
This is the best comment. So crazy that you plan so shortly with your traveling. There is no point in planning everything ahead of time. I learned a long time ago, you can plan it all out. You can say, this is where we're going to be, and I'm going to do this. And 100% it never works out, and it just becomes 10 times more stressful because now the plan you had didn't work. You're not at the place you wanted to be when you wanted to be there. Now what do you do? Because, oh my gosh, no. Here's my plan. I will put my stuff in the car, and we will drive. And if we forget something, we'll just buy it on the way because... Really, what are you gonna forget? Toothpaste? Okay, I can buy toothpaste everywhere.
Right.
You know, like I have in our heads, we know what we're gonna do. But the other thing is, we're traveling with 3 dogs, and one of them is a puppy. We might get 4 hours into our first day of traveling, and puppy don't want to ride no more. So we're gonna have to stop. So if I plan to be here and now I have to stop here, that literally wrecks everything past that. I don't work like that. My brain doesn't operate like that. I'm not a big planner.
Yeah, I noticed when you come to California, your guys' suitcase is pretty small compared to ours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where do you live, Dan? I live in California. I'm in Los Angeles, like north of Los Angeles in Lancaster. So if you typed in Lancaster, California, you'd see I'm like 45 minutes north of LA. So like right on the edge of all the crazy.
Hey, PJ wants to know if I've ever had Cops and Donuts. This is going to sound really crazy because they have a Cops and Donuts in Gaylord, and I've been to Gaylord multiple times. But they also have a Tim Hortons in Gaylord, and I really like Tim Hortons. So no, I have not had Cops and Donuts yet.
Yeah, what's that?
Cops and Donuts is a world-famous donut shop here in Michigan.
Oh,
Founded in Clare, Michigan, I believe.
World famous or in Michigan? Because it can't be both.
It's been on the news and stuff, so it's
I've been on the news. So
me too. That makes me world famous. Cops and Donuts.
And would you ever watch a live action Bambi movie? No, hard no.
Who the heck?
I think Crystal typed that. No.
Have you been watching Letterkenny today?
We did watch Letterkenny today.
You know how I know? Because you just said hard no.
Hard no. Pitter patter. No, yeah, it was good. I got through like episode 3, just when he's trying to prove that he's the strongest man in Letterkenny.
Oh right. God, that's such a good show. Such a good show.
It's super strange, but I like strange.
For flight prices, it's important. Actually, for flight prices, you'd be surprised. It's not really that important to plan that far ahead for flights. I have made the mistake of getting flights really early and found out if I would have waited, I could have saved hundreds of dollars. There's actually an app, and this is not sponsored, but hey, if they want to sponsor us, Hopper, hey, there's an app called Hopper that you can actually put in your flights and the date of your flights, and it will tell you when to buy the tickets.
Dang. Is their logo like get to the hopper? Like get to the hopper. Oh, they missed out on that Arnold bite they could have gotten.
It's a Clare, Michigan original. See, that's what I thought. PJ lives right by there. One of these days we'll have to do that. I still don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's going to take more than a day for them to do all this stuff tomorrow. I'm hoping not, but I will let you know as soon as I find something out.
When we come to when you come to California, I have my little recorder box. We have to do at least 5 minutes of something. We can't be in the same room and not record any podcast footage. What if after PetCon we do a 5-minute? It's never 5 minutes. We could probably, because we're gonna need one. Mm-hmm. We're gonna need a podcast because we podcasted today, and that will go up this week. Let me look. We podcasted today, so that'll go up Wednesday. Something. We said we're going to do it again Thursday, so that'll go up next week, Wednesday. So that'll go up on the 19th. So we'll have to podcast Thursday and again Sunday if we want to have podcasts for both weeks. Okay. Who here has Cold Stones? Oh, we have Cold Stones. It's pretty good.
Cold Stone Creamery.
But yeah, we'll have to record at least something, some form of audio.
Right. I don't know if Hopper works for US only, but Google, you can do it on Google too. You can track flights on Google. I think on Google it'll also tell you when. But if you're flying to the United States, it should kind of give you an idea on that. Right. There's a couple different flight apps out there that you can do that with, and flight sites you can do that with. which is kind of nice. Do
a podcast with Jamie and Crystal. I think at VidCon that'll be the time.
Yes.
I'll bring all the stuff to VidCon, and we can just do little clips here and there throughout VidCon or just after VidCon real quick. But that's when we'll be able to get them on. I'll have plenty of mics, and I'll drag down all the computer stuff so we can have a proper podcast.
Yeah, because you're driving your car, and she's coming down in her car.
Right. But I have this H4n Zune, and it's that little DAT deck, and then these microphones here plug into it. So we might be able just to plug into a little box and not have to have too much equipment. But we'll do something. I will not let that pass. I won't let that pass.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe how fast all that's coming.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be hot.
I haven't even gone. Shut up. Quit reminding me that it's going to be hot. I don't even care.
You can't wear that. You can't wear that backy stuff.
I want to wear my hoodie all the time. What was I going to say? I forgot. I was on a train once. What was I saying?
You told me not to remind you about how fast things are coming.
I remember. Back on track. We haven't gone camping at all yet this year. Normally by now we've gone at least twice. We haven't gone at all.
I know, huh? You guys are usually out there with all the other peeps.
Mm-hmm. We haven't gone at all. It's been very strange. I miss my camper. But because we're doing like this trip to California, and then when we get back, and then we got to go to California, and then we'll be back. But when we get back that time, we're gonna plan some weekends. Pick some weekends to go somewhere. Yes. I want to go back down to Ohio to Hocking Hills or down to Kentucky, but I don't want to go in the summertime because it's hot and humid and gross. So I don't know. And then we got friends in the Carolinas that want us to come visit them down there. Jason Ergo and them from Social Blade. He wants us to come down. And then we got another set of friends that are in South Carolina, and they want us to come down. They're getting married. Oh, they might have got married this weekend. I'll have to look. They might have got married yesterday. But they were getting married, and they're like, you got to come down and visit. So we have people in the Carolinas that want us to come visit.
That sounds like a tour.
Well, I think we're going to do like a 2-week with the camper. So like we'll go down, we'll go to Ohio, we'll spend a couple days there, and then we'll go down to Kentucky and then the Carolinas, and then turn around and come back.
Kentucky. I haven't heard that word in so many years. Sorry if you live in Kentucky, but holy cow, I forgot we have Kentucky.
Yeah, man, Kentucky's a place.
Do something, Kentucky.
Kentucky's beautiful.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. It's really pretty.
I mean, I guess the home of the fried chicken, it'd have to be like a pleasure place, so.
They do have lots of bugs, though.
Ew.
Yeah, there's a lot of bugs.
I have not seen. Have you seen the Aladdin movie?
No. We probably won't watch it in the theater.
I think I'm over the Aladdin movie as well. I'm over Purple Will Smith.
I'm not that excited about it. Like, I want to see it, but I'm not that excited about it.
I still want to see Lion King.
I do want to see Lion King.
Yes.
I've watched more of the previews for that, and I do want to see that.
Previews? At this point, you're going to see the whole movie that's already the movie you've already seen.
I'm going to ruin the movie for you right now.
No, don't ruin it for me. I got a good movie. Don't ruin it for me.
I'm going to ruin the movie for you. I saw that, PJ.
Oh my gosh,
that was pretty cool.
Cup? Is that what you're talking about, Kentucky?
What?
Is that a KFC cup you're drinking out of?
Yeah.
Is that where you put the purple Sprite or the purple Mountain Dew?
No, there's Pepsi in here.
We have Newcastle's.
As long as it's not Mountain Dew. You'll actually see why it's called bluegrass. I've been to Kentucky before.
Oh yeah, is there actual bluegrass?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, there is. Ooh. You've never been to Kentucky?
I thought bluegrass was just like some like a hick term, like it's bluegrass, like. Well,
yeah, it's a type of music as well.
Okay, but there's really bluegrass there.
Mhm.
Is it like blue, like the sky blue? Like I imagine it being super blue.
It's pretty blue. It's bluish.
All right, let me see. Let me see what bluegrass looks like.
Spoiler alert: Simba is king.
What if it was the Lion King, but there was a twist on it? They were all catch and release animals, and they're all spayed and neutered. Like, let's see how those dynamics work in the Lion King. Everybody's got little snipped off ears and. Okay, hold on. Bluegrass. Is bluegrass real? No, I should.
Bluegrass is gonna come up as music.
No, it says Kentucky bluegrass.
Well, it's grass.
No,
Who's
that's
puppy
not.
sitting? Nobody's puppy sitting. She's upstairs. I have the camera open so I can see her.
I see no blue. No, those pictures are not real. All these pictures look like they're altered. Oh,
They
okay.
are real.
Yeah, okay, that looks kind of cool. Like the insides, like they're greenish, but the insides of the blade are like purplish.
Yeah.
It all looks itchy. Blue or green, it all looks itchy.
It's all itchy. It's just grass.
Have
It's just grass.
you noticed that all the old Robin Williams movies are getting remade, and they are
they?
and they're casting Will Smith in his roles? Well, let's see, what else was it? He was in Jumanji. Jumanji got remade. Jumanji. But I didn't
Yeah.
watch Jumanji, and then we have that one. Well, they haven't remade Mork and Mindy yet, so we're good. What other things?
Mrs. Doubtfire. They haven't remade
Oh,
Mrs.
please
Doubtfire.
don't remake one of my most favorite movies ever.
I don't think they're gonna remake it.
If they did, who would play Mrs. Doubtfire? They'd probably get like Channing Tatum to play Mrs. Doubtfire.
That would be weird.
Who would they get? Or Chris Pratt? Could you see Chris Pratt as Mrs. Doubtfire?
No. I have a bunch of sand in my pocket.
What?
I have sand. I just put my hand in my hoodie and I was like, oh. I think it was
I'll
when
pee
I
the sand.
picked Kira up. Kira was digging in the sand and she put her feet in my pocket. Puppy life. Puppy life.
Yes. What's the plan after this? Is it more puppy stuff? Is it? Oh, it's
Me?
already 10
I have
o'clock
to
at night
edit.
there.
I have to edit a video and submit it and get the merch up in the shop.
Oh, that's
and
right.
Go to bed because I have to get up at like. Did you know there's 8 in the morning? I have to get up at 8 in the morning.
Do we want to show a picture of the merch? Nobody's seen what the shirt's gonna look like.
No.
You don't want to show people the picture of the merch?
What if I don't get it up in the store?
Oh, that's what you're worried about.
No, I'll get it up in the store.
It looks cool, guys. I'm happy
Yeah,
with
don't
it.
share it yet.
I won't share
We'll
it.
share it next week.
It's right. It's right here.
We'll share it next week. Oh, it's my favorite question. I shouldn't answer it.
You should not answer it. You should answer it. You should.
That's probably been my favorite thing that people have. One of my favorite things that people have left because you can tell that people don't listen when they ask that.
Yes.
Why did you go to a breeder when you're trying to start an animal facility and encourage people to adopt from Harry Houdini Husky Rescue when you didn't? Do you not remember Oakley? Do you? Do you remember Oakley? Oakley was a rescue husky. I'm just saying. Just throwing it out there. Just saying. I actually, let's talk about it. That'll be fun. I actually had this conversation with somebody the other day. I had a lady get really, really mad at me on my Facebook page because we got a puppy, and she kind of said the same thing. You're trying to start an animal facility, and you tell people to adopt, yet you don't. And she got mad. Like, she was nasty. And finally, I messaged her, and I went, listen, you are fighting with the wrong person. People who buy animals from responsible, reputable breeders are not the people whose animals end up in shelters. There's 2 options. Adopt or get a puppy from a responsible, reputable breeder. Say it with me, Dan. Responsible, reputable breeder.
I had a kid instead of adopting. Does that mean I should have just only gone to the adoption agency?
No, but I've had a lot of people ask me that, and I actually have a full video planned on Kira and a bunch of other things that have to go along with that because a lot of people ask it, and it's a question that makes me laugh because it's that adopt don't shop mentality that people have, and the adopt don't shop mentality is a very dangerous mentality to have. Not saying that you shouldn't adopt, but the mentality of adopt don't shop isn't the mentality people should have if they really care about animals. It should be education, 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 education. If more people would become educated on pet ownership and become educated on breeds and purpose breeding and things like that, and learning what a responsible, reputable breeder is, there actually would be less dogs that would end up in shelters. And that's the fight that people need to fight. That's what matters. One of the things that we've talked about at ACAF is exactly that. We don't want to be the facility that promotes only adopt, don't shop. because the people that buy from responsible, reputable breeders, those aren't the animals that end up in shelters.
Yeah, that's not the problem, people.
Exactly. Those aren't the problem people. If you buy from a responsible, reputable breeder, and for some, like, it's in my contract for Kira, it's in my contract for Memphis. If at any point in time throughout their entire life, if Jamie and I can't care for them anymore and we have to give them up, they have to go back to the breeder. So then what happens is the breeder takes it upon them because they care. You should see some of the messages I get from Kira's breeder. They love her so much. They love her just as much as we do. And she doesn't even live with them anymore. But what happens is if the dog ends up going back to the breeder takes on the responsibility of finding the animal a new home. That dog doesn't enter the system.
Right.
Now it sounds like we're talking about foster kids. But you know what I mean. The dog doesn't enter a shelter or a rescue facility. They do the work of, taking care of the animal until they find it a suitable home. So those aren't the animals that are ending up in shelters and rescues. And I just think it's such an important thing to educate more people on that, because it's not something everybody knows. And I'll fully admit it, years ago when we got our first dog, and then even when we got our second dog, I learned a lot through that process. And I think when we got Shelby, that was kind of something that triggered in me to change the way that I thought about animals and how, like where you should get animals from, and the whole process behind buying puppies and adopting animals. Like there's like a whole lot of more to it than just the adopt, don't shop.
Right.
So I plan on doing like a really big video on it, because it pissed a lot of people off. But
yes,
they're mad at the wrong person.
Yes, because they don't maybe distinguish the difference between the two.
Exactly. And that's so important. It's so important for people to understand that, and to the education on that with people honestly can save so many lives. So many lives. Our local Humane Society tried to auction off a dog. And then when I reached out to their what is she? She's their board president, I believe. She goes, she's not a backyard breeder. She really cares about her animals. She bred the female dog at less than a year old. She may really care about her animals, and she honestly may just not know what responsible breeding is. The board president of the other Humane Society should know, but that's a whole nother can of worms. But that's the thing, like the girl that actually bred these dogs, she may not know that breeding a dog under the age of 2, even under the age of 2.5, is not a good idea. She may not know all of these things because nobody ever taught her. It was not something that she learned, and I just feel like spreading that education is key.
I have 6 animals here. They all were rescues, and they're all spayed and or neutered.
Yep.
So that'll make up for you if anybody's got a problem.
It's just like, it's one of those things, like I said, we did get a lot of hate for it, which, I can't say it really bothered me. It doesn't really bother me. I get it. It's the internet. People love to judge people on the internet. So, I get it. But I hope that the video that I'll be putting up on it will actually be able to kind of just educate some people on that, and kind of, it is what it is. I don't care if you adopt a dog from a shelter, if you adopt a puppy, if you adopt an adult dog, or if you choose to buy a dog from a responsible, reputable breeder. I don't think anybody should be shamed on that for the internet. If you make a well-informed, good decision, you're doing the right thing either way. Like, if you're getting a dog from a shelter or a rescue, you're doing a good thing. If you're buying a purpose dog from a responsible, reputable breeder, you're doing the right thing. So
I agree.
What are you sharing?
Me? I was while you were talking, I was adding moderators.
Oh. I'm like, what's on the screen now? Oh, I'm seeing the other screen. That's why I forget.
You can see how many people in here. There are 57 people in here right now. Hello.
Oh.
Hello, welcome.
Hi, all 57 people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us. I wasn't trying to send hate. I just wanted to know why.
I was
No
gonna say,
problem.
no, Sky. I know you weren't trying to send hate. The way you asked it wasn't what that was. I know that. You were one of the people that asked in a kind way, and a lot of people do want to know, and that's why I want to do a video on it. But I have had some pretty nasty messages.
Yeah. I've seen it, and you're a firecracker. You're not afraid to throw out a response.
Well, I think a lot of people on the internet think that when they ask things like that people aren't going to respond or they're going to candy coat it, and I just can't. Sorry, I just can't do it.
Hello. Anyway, so we're here. We're still trying to do this live stream stuff. We're still encouraging you guys on this very YouTube station, or if you're watching this on Facebook, go to youtube.com/CCMousePodcast. And come hang out with us. Listen to the podcast on there. Hit that playlist. Minimize it in the corner. Just let it do its thing. Let it aggregate those watch minutes.
I think we have 16 or 15 on the playlist now. So if you let it play, it'll give us an additional 15 hours of watch time. Open it in a Google Incognito window.
Right. We've had an insane increase. Maybe 1,500, almost 1,500 in the last about a week.
In about a week, we've grown almost 50. We need 4,000 hours of watch time, and I believe we're at almost 1,800 right now.
Right.
So at 4,000 hours of watch time, we'll be able to monetize the channel, which it's not. What are we going to do? We're going to make pennies. But there's other live things we'll hopefully continue to grow and then be able to do. So when we do these live streams, we'll be able to do memberships for live, where people will get cute little custom emojis and stuff like that, but you have to go through those stages on YouTube now to be able to get all that stuff.
I want a custom emoji in my head. It's I'll have my hair up.
Kind of like what they do on
Twitch. Okay, yeah. Right. That'd be cool.
Which I actually thought about this. We could cross-platform live stream this here and Twitch, but I don't know if we want to try to grow on Twitch as well.
I want to use Twitch if we can do whatever we want on Twitch.
Yeah, we can't.
But everybody else does whatever they want on Twitch.
That's great. I don't want to get sued.
Do you see how many people are making money right now by just watching YouTube videos in the corner? It's full screen YouTube video. Yeah. It's me in the corner, and as long as I just talk crap about what's going on, and they just get away with it.
You can get away with that more on Twitch than on here.
Right.
Why an incognito window does it not count? It only counts as views in a normal browser if you haven't watched it yet.
Okay. I'm on a CC Mouse podcast shirt. You guys are going to have to wait till this week's latest episode to hear our announcement about that.
Yeah.
There might be something. It might not be shirt. It might be pants shirts.
Pants shirts.
It's
going to be a jumper.
Right. Oh, just a romper, just a one piece.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I run the videos when I'm out of the office and the sound off. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, it really does help. I know it sounds crazy, but it really does help.
Yes. Unlock our achievements for us.
Yeah, we need our achievements. We need it.
Do you have anything else to say before we wrap it up?
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I should some more of this Liberty Brew Mountain Dew. Because you want to know what freedom tastes like, they put it in a can.
It tastes like 50 different berries, even though I didn't know we had 50 different berries.
It tastes like... No, 50 different fruits.
Oh, fruits. I'm sorry.
Did it get any better? No.
No. All I did was put a bunch of Michigan air in there.
Let's read what it... Yeah, Michigan basement air. Carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, citric acid. Oh, it's not like regular Mountain Dew. Regular Mountain Dew has orange juice in it. That's why you can drink it for breakfast.
Oh, well, part of a complete breakfast.
Did you know that? Regular Mountain Dew actually has orange juice in it?
No, I did not. I don't know anything about it except for if I'm ever stuck in a room with a bunch of Mountain Dews and I'm locked in and I can't get out, that I could probably burn down the walls with Mountain Dew, just like acid. Just put enough of it on there and it would just eat a hole to victory.
Let's see if I can find it. I don't have a Mountain Dew can down here. I'm sure there's a Mountain Dew can down here somewhere.
How did you come up with the name of your guys' podcast? A couple years ago, I think we talked about podcasting. It was quite some time ago. It was a couple years ago. And I think I said something about the Country Mouse City Mouse. Oh, I keep calling you Country Mouse.
That was what it was.
Yeah, every time we hang out, you always have the wacky things of what you do or say or the things that you're into. And I'm like, you're such a country mouse. Yep. And then so I think that was it.
Yeah, and then we kind of said that would be a really fun name.
Yeah.
Because we decided at Vid Summit that we were finally going to do this after listening to the podcast talk. So I was right. The ingredients for Mountain Dew are water, high fructose corn syrup, third ingredient in Mountain Dew, concentrated orange juice.
Oh, not. Well, concentrated isn't good. It's not fresh. It's from concentrate. Hey, Rizzo. Let's see what Rizzo's doing back
No
here.
orange juice.
Have you seen any more stuff since Sean Duras' wife fell off that cliff? Can we call it a cliff? Is it a cliff or was that a ledge?
It's a cliff. No, that was a cliff. That was a legit cliff. That was almost a 25-foot drop.
Yeah, she landed hard.
Yeah, that was a cliff.
Did he get?
I've watched a couple more of their vlogs. She's okay.
Did he get any backlash for the video they put out of it, where it seemed all super fun and games and like, look how funny this is, and they had like reaction videos where they were showing other people?
I don't think so. I don't think that they had anything negative.
Come here. What do you want? What is it that you want?
Everything.
It was brutal. It was crazy how they caught it on tape, though.
That was pretty wild. 91 grams of caffeine in a 20-ounce bottle of Mountain Dew. What? I don't drink Mountain Dew. It's gross.
Except for today, because this is for experimental purposes only.
So realistically, how much of this have I drank? Like that.
6 or 7 swallows.
Yeah.
Just a few.
Liberty Brew Mountain Dew. What?
I don't know. I clicked on Crystal's name. She was already showed her as a mod. I didn't make her a mod because she was already a mod.
I have no idea.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you should have been one too. Sorry. I thought you were our OG mod, but what do I know? What do I know? There, now you guys have little gear marks.
Yeah.
Next year game. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's wrap it up here because you're fading. I can see it in your gray eyes. They're almost gone. Your beady little eyes.
I didn't have my ring light on all the way bright, and I like it better.
I should get a ring light. I've kind of adjusted my lights a little bit, but I'll have to figure out something else.
They're kind of neat. They're kind of interesting. This one you can dim, so
it puts out even light. I like the evenness in the light that it puts out.
Yeah, that's kind of why I like it, and it makes for really good photos. But because I made it dim, this back wall doesn't look. Woo, it's all focusy. This back wall doesn't look like it's blindingly white.
Yeah.
Because it is. I need to paint it. You can notice that I did nothing down here since the last time we podcasted.
I can't tell. It's all blurry.
That's why it's blurry.
That's why it's blurry.
I painted it blurry.
Well, your tree looks good.
Shut up.
At Christmas time, I'm gonna make you decorate it like a Christmas tree.
I'm going to replace that tree with the skeleton that's sitting over here.
Oh, that's right. It's almost time for your time of year.
Actually, I should put the skeleton over there.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just kidding.
All
that
right,
tree has lights on it.
Does it? Oh, probably.
Yeah, it has Halloween lights on it. It's a Halloween tree.
So
I don't know if they still work.
Probably not.
But it does.
Bad.
It does have Halloween lights on it.
You should try to sell that tree. I bet you could get $5 for it.
I don't know. It's pretty. My mom had it at her house, I think, and then gave it to us because she put lights on it or something.
That's so old.
We used it one year as a Christmas tree, I think. I don't remember. Who knows?
Okay, now I'm wrapping this up. Go to bed. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So thanks for hanging out with us. We'll probably try to do this next Sunday. I don't know. We've gone 3 in a row, so we'll see if we can keep this streak up. So follow us. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on YouTube.
Do the outro, Dan.
Oh, okay. Wait. Okay. You want an outro? Okay.
All right, let's see how many times he screws this up. All right, 1.
Never. You guys don't even get to see how crazy it is.
Okay, 2.
For me to do the outro because she won't stop laughing. Then when you start, you won't stop laughing. Is the problem. I can't even start the podcast because I say something stupid deliberately and then you won't stop laughing.
Jack's in the corner.
Fire. Oh, I hate you. Now you threw me off and now I can't. Now I'm not going to be able to do it.
No, you gotta do it. Okay, so now you screwed up twice.
All right, that'll do it for this week's episode of the CC Mouse Podcast. You can find us on Instagram at CCMousePodcast. Go to YouTube and get our watch minutes up at CCMousePodcast. Leave us comments on SpeakPipe. Well, we'll never answer them, but I'll still pay the $4.95 a month for you guys to leave the 1998 voice messages. And Zach Sears never showed up.
Somebody
And
needs to do that.
what's that? Podbean or the Speak Chat
SpeakPipe.
or the SpeakPipe? Yeah, go to SpeakPipe, guys. Leave us SpeakPipe messages. I'm paying for this.
I'm paying.
Last time we do this, I just had people send. I mean, you guys can just leave a voicemail and email it to me. That works.
Wait, does that work?
Yeah. You can just email the file. I can just record a voice message and just send it to your email.
Hey, how come I'm not a moderator?
It'd be a bunch of sweet nothings. Oh, shoot. Okay, I guess I'll make you a moderator. All right, guys, and we'll see you hopefully next week. Same mouse time, same mouse YouTube live stream. Bye.
Yay, we did a thing!
Yay, we did a thing. Okay, good night, everybody.